One, two, three. Welcome to another episode of Auzzielegends TV. The clip you just saw was the last interview I filmed at World of Dreams IPW. We did a test run and it was all good. The second we started filming, it just shut down. The mic stopped working. It was low battery, and I had nothing to show me that it was, so we continued with the video. While editing at the show, I realized my mistake. So I went to the two guys in the video, and I greatly appreciate they agreed to do it again. So we lost a 10-minute interview with no audio, and we're giving back a 44-minute interview with Nick Storm and Cassie Russ from Somerset Band and Nick Storm Reviews, and of course the IPW commentary table. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for doing the interview. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I do have a surprise. Do you want to have that after the interview or early?
I mean, you mentioned it. We might as well. I mean, I want to see it.
I kind of want to see it. Oh, he's cooking.
Right.
He's cooking.
No, just 1 second. It's gonna have music of your choice if you want. There's
Yo!
Yo! Yo!
Look, just like real life too. Look at that.
Yo, this is hype. This is so hype.
Dude, that's insane. Hell yeah. Look at that, dude. PK, we got Pirate King, we got myself, we got Casey.
what?
Look at that. Strutting our stuff too. You made us have good dance moves. I can't dance like that in real life.
Yeah, right?
Guess what wrestling entrance this actually is?
New Day?
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Commentary rocks. Look at that. Getting our jig on.
Yeah.
And you got the glow sticks too, Casey. Look at that.
Yeah, you made a better me than me. I was gonna send you like the formula for how to make me, but you made me better.
Yeah, because when you guys made your entrance, I was actually recording you guys.
Oh, really?
Oh wow! Look at that. You got footage of. You got source material. That's what you got.
I have a couple of.
We don't even have that.
On the table.
Yeah, dude, you're a legend. You put the legend in Auzzielegends TV. Come on,
Yeah.
like and subscribe right now. Yeah, you're not the TV part of it.
Second that.
Yeah.
So, how did you guys discover wrestling?
Oh, I go first?
Yeah,
If you want, yeah.
All right.
I'm hogging the mic. I'm like, I need Casey to talk.
You're good. No, so I grew up in like a wrestling family, so I was always sort of around like my whole life. But when I was about 5, I remember coming home from school and there was a Raw on, and I was like, oh yeah. And my dad actually works in the movie industry, so he worked on the first Marine movie. So he used to hang out with John Cena all the time. So that was one of the stories I heard a lot as a kid, was just, oh yeah, I used to hang out with John Cena, you know, And then after that, I very much became a SmackDown kid, just every single week. Because Raw was on at a weird time, but SmackDown was always on. It was always there for me.
Yeah,
you know,
especially on a Saturday, dude. Saturday morning wrestling. Hello.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then I eventually made friends from that, and I'd always go to their place after footy with all my figs, like 30 figs all in a bag, and the ring, like all to his house. You know, it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God.
That's the first fig.
That's the OG. I mean, for people uninitiated, that's the same. That's the first fig all 3 of us ever got, which is like crazy. That's a crazy coincidence. I mean, you still have the silver boot edge. Look at him. Look at that, in pristine condition.
The piece of art.
My first 3 ones was John Cena, Mankind, and Suicide from TNA.
Oh, I remember that Suicide. It was like Legends of the Ring, that TNA figure. I remember that. I didn't even know who like Suicide was. I just thought he was a really cool looking guy. Yeah. I guess like where I first started, I think my first memory ever of seeing wrestling is, I think like my dad was scrolling through Ozstar or Foxtel at the time, whatever it was, and scrolling through, and I saw an unmasked Kane. This was probably like Ruthless Aggression era, and he's like cracking his neck and stuff. And now I just crack my neck, like it's like a bad habit because of Kane. And so Glenn Jacobs, I'm out for you, okay? But and then like I think John Cena's really what kind of like captured me once I saw him, and I think it was Randy Orton had a huge rivalry at like that at that time. And yeah, I was like hooked, man. Like you could not get me off the stuff. Like I was binging into RVD, into Jeff Hardy, really like finding my guys, my favorites. And then while people at school are going like, don't you know it's fake? And I'm like, dude, I don't have time for you. I'm playing with my figgies, okay? Get out of here.
I was like, no, it's not. It's not.
It's not. They get hurt. They do. They do get freaking hurt.
It does.
Yeah.
I think we can all relate to that.
Yeah.
It was really funny because when I was talking to you at the show, you made the joke about the old lady saying, "Oh, but it's fake."
Yeah.
When you said that, there was a person behind you. Their neck just snapped on you. I was like, "Don't come over here."
I was like, no, I'm just quoting. I swear. You look like, yeah, it's real. It is real. Okay.
Yeah.
I will say it. I will put it in writing on my contract. Wrestling's real.
Undertaker and Kane are real brothers.
Yes.
So we're edging Christian.
Spitting image, those two. Okay.
Big Show sung his actual song.
Yeah. And Mark Henry gave birth to a hand, or whatever. May Young gave birth to a hand. That's real. Yeah. I saw it. Okay.
They brought that guy back.
I was the doctor in the room that day. Okay, it was a stressful time.
So changing the topic, you guys debut as commentators. What was running through your head when the music started to play?
Well, my first thought as the music started to play was, oh, okay, it's right now, okay. And we sort of had something planned, like how we were gonna come out, and then we both were struggling to get fix ourselves up really quick. So we kind of messed our cue up a little bit, but
yeah,
it was okay. It was very fun going out for the first time and seeing everyone and just being like, oh, everyone has to look at me. This is interesting, considering we're, longtime fans and we're always, from the opposite perspective, so.
It is quite wild in that way, because we were going to shows 2023, right? So we were pretty late to the game, right? But still, it's still so crazy to think about the journey from that to now. But going out, exactly what you said, Casey. I think we were a couple minutes over the runtime initially. So people were already kind of, I guess I wasn't ready. I didn't even have my gimmicks on, dude. So I heard the music, the stomp, stomp, clap start happening. And I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, and then Casey's like, come on. That's our cue. And, but yeah, it was very nerve wracking, I think, the whole day. But trying to prepare to commentate, because you have no idea until you get out there, you have no idea how it's going to be. So just over preparing with notes, right? And then hearing the music, going out there, trying to get people amped up, man. It's such a fun time. And Pirate King, it was such a help. He really was reassuring during the whole thing. And so the huge props to him.
Did anybody prepare you to commentate?
How so? Oh yeah.
With your lines before the show.
Yeah, so it'd be Pirate King, I'd say, right, Casey?
Yeah. I mean, we had a lot of we had
and
two
Joe
written down, ready to say. But in terms of lines and stuff, that's all just us written, But PK, he was such a big help in getting us comfortable and talking to him beforehand gave us sort of and we had like an instant rapport with him, you know. So it was very easy going forward. And I got to say, the thing you always hear where commentators go, you know, I spoke to this person earlier today. They did. We did. We
did. We spoke to all of them. Yeah. See, wrestling is real. Okay.
Some of them were a bit scary, but
yeah, most of them. Actually, all of them. Probably 95% for me. Look,
after filming an interview, I just turned around to see RIP with the bat with bar wire, just throwing it up and down.
Just catching it? What a mad, yeah. Yeah, he needs meds.
Where have I put myself?
Yeah. This is a good environment for a kid, I think. Throws a baseball bat up and down. It's crazy. It's a crazy world.
I wonder what Mini Cruz is going to do when he starts.
Yeah, oof. This is a good.
It's going to be a highly awaited debut for sure.
No. And did you guys enjoy doing your debut?
Yeah, I think for the most part, like I think after intermission sort of thing really eased my mind. Like I was so nervy going up. I was like nervous energy, a ball of nervous energy the whole day. But I knew I knew I could do it, right? So after the intermission, we had like a ton of friends and trainees as well from the IPW kind of locker room come up to us and like tell us like we're doing great and stuff like that. Even if they were lying, that's what we needed to hear. Okay, that's really what we needed to hear to be comfortable. And so I think that was a huge help, and that sort of just eased our minds and just kind of trying to take the vibe from Pirate King as well and see what he's doing and kind of maybe even copy in our own way sort of thing, kind of see, you know, just see what the atmosphere is like.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I got there the first time, they were like all welcoming, and made people clap. That was out of nowhere.
Yeah, dude. RIP said it was like, and everyone, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Tuck, I started clapping so hard. I was like, hey, this better be a huge applaud, okay? And it was.
Yeah, but it was out of nowhere because he was slowly taking me around, talking very quietly, and then we got through the doors.
Yeah, he's so like personable. Yeah, he's like such a sweet guy. I don't know, Casey. Is he a sweet guy?
I mean, when he's on the meds.
He's on the meds.
When he's off the meds, he can be a sweet guy. You just got to talk very slowly and carefully around him.
Yeah.
Thankfully, every interview I've had with him was on the meds.
Oof. Well, you got to get one off the meds now and see how it compares. You need all both worlds or whatever. Whatever Hannah Montana said. Yeah, exactly. Best of both worlds. Hannah Montana.
For that?
What was it? Sorry.
Kept calling the Rumble the Hello Kitty Rumble.
I don't think so.
I don't have any memory of it, but I wish I did.
It would have been before because that was William Duncan.
Yeah, cool.
Promoting as the Hello Kitty Rumble.
Well, he'd be right. Okay, whatever RIP says.
I mean, yeah, we saw he won that I Quit match. He's the boss still. Yeah. So
thank God. Oh man.
Yeah. So, did you guys ask, or did they ask you to be commentators? How did that happen?
Well, I feel like I'm hugging still. If you want.
You're fine, dude. You're fine. Yeah, no. So, I guess it started from us just commentating at training for fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
it did. Yeah,
we
set up like a table and all that.
Yeah, we started commentating over practice matches, and I guess a few people liked what they heard and talked to the boss, and a few months went by, and then about 2 weeks before the show, I think he told us like he asked us, "Do you guys want to do it?" And we were like, "Absolutely."
Yeah. It felt like a no-brainer kind of answer. And he'd kind of tell us like at training, like, "Oh yeah, keep doing the commentary on the practice matches." So that was like kind of like put seedlings in our minds, like maybe there's something to this. So like we really tried to make that like an integral part of when we do go to training and stuff like that. Try and put ourselves out there like that and apply ourselves. And I think we might maybe reaping the benefits. I don't know. But it was kind of crazy. It was like I didn't even have to think to answer yes. Let's do it. Let's do commentary.
Yeah. It was like we always want to put ourselves forward for any opportunity that people think that we're up for, and if they're asking us, then we're like, well, I guess they have some confidence in us, and then that gives us some confidence in ourselves. So
yeah, I've been trying to take in like the Cody Rhodes kind of moniker. It's like undesirable to undeniable. Try and make yourself undeniable in your craft, and people won't. And just like apply yourself, put yourself out there. And if you do that and you really hone your craft, I mean, there's no stopping you. There can really be no ceiling. Like it's all kind of up to you. Yeah, but just applying yourself and putting yourself out there is number one.
Yeah, that's very good. And you put yourself out there to be chopped many times by the playwright.
I'm sadistic with it. I'll take as many chops as people want.
I kind of wanted. I'm on the other side of the camera.
Yeah. This is my cameraman, thankfully. But I mean, I wish I could transfer the pain to his chest at some points, to Casey's chest. But hey, it's fine. Mutt didn't chop me, so I'm looking forward to that at whatever point. Maybe that could be maybe that'll be a storyline. There you go, Mutt chopping me finally.
Yeah, on the biggest stage of them all.
Yeah, WrestleMania. No. All right. R.I.P. debuts. World of Dreams, Mania. How about that?
One condition, you have to come out like Michael Cole.
Deal. With the singlet and everything, the headgear? Deal. Oh my God, deal. I'm there.
That man has a 100% win record. So
at WrestleMania, yeah, okay. I think you got to embrace the silliness sometimes in wrestling, and that I would obviously 100% love to do.
And I feel like you weren't watching at the time, but I feel like you would be the people that would like the Wolfman.
I think I've seen him.
Dog mask.
Right, yeah. I think we've seen him. Yeah. Casey, do you have any knowledge of the Wolfman? Because he sounds
not a ton, but I found IPW for the first time when I was like 13, so I'm familiar with a fair amount of like some of the older guys, but I didn't watch a ton of them except for like YouTube,
Yeah, and what was your favorite moment from the night that you keep rethinking about?
Ooh. Probably, maybe, I don't know, for the show purpose, I'd say like Toa getting reinstated was like a huge deal. I think him coming back and kind of JCAS getting the heck out of there, okay, was kind of my highlight show-wise, but probably like from a personal standpoint, I think the highlight was, I don't know, do you have any highlights you're thinking of, Casey?
Yeah, I mean, I think same thing, like first highlight of like the whole night probably for me would be like when all the old guard of IPW ran out to help RIP. I was genuinely so hyped. Yeah. I was screaming into the mic. But on a personal, my favorite part of the night was when I made everybody laugh with my interesting commentary about Carl Parker.
I remember
that was that would probably be my personal favorite.
There's someone that I've been really eager to see, and now that I've seen him, I don't want to ever stop seeing him, frankly.
As well, just your highlights of Carl Parker, you talking to Carl Parker, that's my highlight.
Actually, yeah, Carl Parker coming and giving us a smooch on the head. That was
there you go. Yeah, lock it in.
Lock it in, Eddie.
That's sexy cowboy. Oof.
I'm not sure who said it, but I did hear somebody say, I hope he doesn't want children anymore.
That might have been me.
Nick, yeah.
Was that the Jesse Love match? That might have been.
Maybe. No, I think that was it was the Jesse Love match or the CJ match.
Look, there was a lot of gonads being hit, I'll say, that night. And look, for good reason too, okay? It's not like they didn't deserve it. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I was there some kids and they were like absolutely shocked in the main event.
Dude, yeah, that was insane. That match was like, Like I loved every bit of that. I don't know. I was like so invested.
Because I was filming for the YouTube video I'm gonna bring out soon, and I'm filming the match. I'm just like, I don't even think I can show this.
Your B-roll is like censored, you know.
Here's a question. So if you had a commentary table, it was just you two and two other people from history that have been commentating from any company, any era, who would be at the table. And
You go.
if you were in a PK interview, Nick, you were mentioned.
Ooh.
The future commentator bit.
Ooh. Casey, I'll let you go if you're thinking of any.
Geez,
I have a couple in mind.
Yeah, me too. It's really difficult because I've got a lot of favorites. I think the first one that comes to mind, obviously, is Jim Ross. You know, guys like Joey Styles, probably one of the only people I've seen who could carry a one-man booth like
crazy. I keep forgetting he's a one-man booth, dude. Most of the time.
But I think someone that personally us two would have really good chemistry with is like someone like Corey Graves.
Yes, dude. So in my notebook I have I'll show you right now. Actually, I have my notepad. And before the show, on the actual show day, I listed. I just wrote a ton of just kind of influences from my commentary and stuff like that, and make sure to be you as well, obviously. But I've got a ton, a huge list. I can name off a ton, but I think for me, I'll put PK in there because he did that. No, but Bobby Heenan is one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to a manager, commentator, whatever the case. He was even in ring for some of the time, you know. So he did so much, and that just goes to applying yourself as well. And Jesse Ventura is probably that would be hilarious.
Yeah, that was one of my picks.
Being about funny Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Let's get Snoop Dogg. Yeah, that one Mania match he commentated, right? Oh man, that would make the match.
Punk, Samoa Joe. Pretty funny.
Yeah. You know what? I would take Hornswoggle. He would be my guy. I don't know what he would say. It would be the character Hornswoggle, so I don't know how much he would say, but it would be great.
Yeah. Or Mini Cruz. He has just a couple of words they can say. 3, yes, no. That's basically it.
That's all you need for commentary. Yeah.
So if you look at the history of PK, JCAs, LFB, they've all wrestled.
Yep.
And they were former commentators and still are commentators. Would you guys be in the ring?
Well, if anyone saw my story, my Instagram story,
wait, what is it? What's the hand?
Seen some leaked footage, leaked pictures of me in the ring. But
what's the handle of that, Casey? Sorry.
Sorry, it's Casey Rust _PW.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
But I don't know when. I don't know, but it'll happen eventually. Maybe, probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy sitting at a table with two other guys yapping about grabs.
Yep. Yapping about sweaty men, and they're half naked most of the time, and it's great. It's a fun time, especially if you got Kyle Parker in the mix.
Didn't you say your favorite moment was 10 guys in the ring wrestling?
Look, yeah, maybe. Look, I think that was you, Casey. Look, that might be mine as well.
As many big sweaty men as possible. That's what I'm.
Just don't let my girlfriend watch this. Thanks.
Yeah, me neither.
But I'd say that's something that really intrigues me. Just thinking about from an in-ring aspect, right?
Big sweaty men.
Big sweaty men for one, but also the in-ring aspect of things. I think it could be I'd love to be on that Bobby Heenan kind of trajectory where he's commentating and then he's just making enemies of the wrestlers and then he has to have a match as a matter, you know what I mean? And he's like taking all these stupid hits and he's falling down. He doesn't know what to do. But I would also love to put on like a 30-minute Broadway, you know? I would love to put on like I look up to guys like Kenny Omega, you know, Seth Rollins, Will Ospreay, and the worst people you know hate that take, by the way. But yeah, I look up to a lot of people like that, and it's the athleticism is like second to none in this sport. So I think that's something that I do want to. That's something I do want to do.
And remember we were talking about this when I met you and Ethan Shea in the ring.
Oh, yes.
Say anything?
Yes, the incident. Yes, you had missed correctly.
Oh, no, you're mysteriously muted. Nick, do you want to say what he was trying to say?
I think he was trying to say, guys, if you haven't liked and subscribed.
We're both mute. Oh, wait, can you say that again?
Okay. Oh, yeah, now you want me unmuted when I'm saying like and subscribe. I see you, Joe. Okay, you're a businessman.
You're both up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You're silencing the commentators. We can't have this. This is our job.
Joe, literally, that's our job.
We need to talk, Joe. But what were you? What is the story? What is the story? Give it to me.
Okay. Yeah. So, in the Ethan Shea interview, it was incorrectly identified that Ethan Shea yelled out Auzzielegends TV when Auzzielegends TV was spotted in Nerang. But it was in fact me, Casey Rust, the one and only, the guy who for years has been downloading Auzzielegends creations on 2K and using them as a template, using them for 5-star bangers. Okay.
Nice.
And I was so happy to have seen him in public, all for it to be given to Ethan Shea, and I have no problem with the man.
I would like to
But
say,
I want my justice.
one, thank you for all those downloads. Two, it was such good to meet you. And three, he didn't recorrect me. So
Yeah.
Look, he did because I made sure I'd like talk to him about it, and I was like, you got to make sure that he knows it was me.
Dude, hey Joe, you were asking about if an in-ring thing's going to happen for Casey Rust over here. I think you found your match, Joe. I think Casey and Joe Tuck. I think this is going to be the main event of an IPW show. Whoa. Relax, dude. Don't need to show off the gold like that. Yeah. Well, now we have to get in the ring. God.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm 6 hours away. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sick that day actually.
Wrestle over here because we haven't had a wrestling show since 2013, and really that's the only time we've had wrestling in Bundaberg.
You know, I would not mind traveling out for an IPW show like that. If it's not like 10 hours, 12 hours, 15 away, you know, like if it's only, I think Bundaberg's probably deserving of a few wrestling shows. And you got to defend that title, okay? You can't just be parading around with that.
I think a 2v1 handicap match is in order.
I mean, I have the strength of like half a human, so yeah, like we can do that.
Perfect. Let's book the match. I'll get 90% of the crowd. Yep.
Yeah.
And
good.
So what do you guys do outside of commentating? What's your normal thing to do with relating?
We're both making faces. That's our job. I'll let Casey answer first.
I'll throw
you under the bus.
Well, we both do music. That's how we originally met. Was doing music stuff. I'd known Nick for about 5 seconds. He was wearing a Jeff Hardy necklace. I went, "Hey, is that a Jeff Hardy necklace?" Yep. The first thing I said to him.
And then I went on one knee and proposed that instant. I had to make sure we were married.
Of course, you know, yeah. It was, and just like that, you know, the duo was born. And
then down the aisle, we did this and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a family member was getting beaten up.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Hey, it'd be a wrestling wedding, so probably.
yeah, we both do music. I do all kinds of sport. I'm very into sport. Like I play footy on the weekends. I play NRL. You know,
Which team do you like?
I was a multi sport nearly pro, but things got in the way. But I go for Manly.
Titans.
The Manly. Up the Manly.
God,
But what about the Titans? Yeah, Scotty Prince, is he still around?
Look, I'm a third generation Manly fan. I could never betray the club that I love.
I was born in the same year as Titans were created. We haven't seen a single grand final.
I'm gonna blame you for that, Joe. I'll blame you. The year you were born, everything got ruined for the Titans.
Amazing, and you're welcome. I was born.
Okay, yeah, you're right. My bad. Wait, yeah, this is your show. I don't want to get kicked off. You're right. You were completely right.
Still have that mute button. Do you have any funny stories from your wrestling?
Funny stories. Probably like
story. I nearly broke my nose the other day. Taking a cutter.
Oh, yeah, I witnessed that. That was funny.
Yeah,
that was like I was like, oh my god, my poor Casey.
No, this one caught me in the throat once. That was funny.
Dude, oh yeah, we were going through lariats and clotheslines, and I didn't watch enough Stan Hansen, and I went for the throat on this guy, and I think he's still sold, and I was like, oh, I'm so thank you for that. I think probably
There's no selling necessary. I was dead.
yeah, sure. I got you in the jugular, man. Yeah, look, you're taking all the injuries at training, dude. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, there's always funny stuff that happens at training week to week, you know.
I was going to say, like, the funniest thing, yeah.
People get caught up in people's hair a lot, you know. There's a lot of people with long hair and a lot of arms moving around, so...
Yeah, I'd say, like, the funniest thing for me is going through a drill, doing really well, and then 5 seconds later, having to go outside and throw up. That's my favorite. Oh, man, that's probably I can count that on one hand how many times that's happened. This is athletic as hell, okay?
This is the second time somebody's mentioned throwing up.
I'm surprised no one else does it, like, mentions it regularly. I'm surprised, like, I'm sure everyone's just throwing up. You know?
I don't want to say it.
I've definitely gone close a few times, but I've always been standing in the ring when it's about to happen. So I'm always like, God, no, do not vomit on the canvas. Do not vomit on the canvas.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Don't want to do that. Imagine bumping and puke. Let's not.
Oh.
Let's not imagine that, actually. Let's not.
I'm sorry.
It's funny. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Nick, it's okay, man. It's
okay.
The vomit can't hurt you.
Look at this. Would you like to look at this?
Thank you. Oh my God. I'm back. What's up, guys? Oh my, it took me a little bit. That was like smelling salts, you know, you woke me up.
Yeah. And I just realized when you haven't talked about your channel.
Oh, what? I have a channel?
You don't?
What? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Nick Storm review. Yeah, I guess.
There was another.
Yeah, there is an actual another Nick Storm, and he's like in America. He looks like a businessman. He looks like he like sells cars or something. Like it looks. Yeah. So I'm the one true only Nick Storm. Okay, don't sue me for that. Thank you. Nick Storm review. You can find me on like YouTube's and Instagrams.
The real Australian icon.
I think, yeah.
On Auzzielegends.
Get his name out of your filthy mouth, Grayson.
Yeah, okay, Grayson Waller. Okay, I know you think I'm doing cool things over here. Okay, with my wrestling figures. You don't have to steal my gimmick now. Okay. It's whatever. It's fine. But yeah, wrestling figure reviews, interviews with like the IPW roster now, which is really, really fun. Okay, so Joe and I have that in common, which is cool. But yeah, I just be me, and I'm hopefully funny. So yeah, that's what those are.
Yeah, I remember watching your live stream. I tried to make a joke, and you just read it, and then you just moved on straight away.
Dude, sometimes those streams, especially like we hang on to like a certain topic for way too long. And I'm like, oh, we need to get out of here in 10 minutes. So sometimes it does become that. What do you remember the joke?
Yeah, I put it in the comments and you didn't mention it. So I put it in a second time and you just read one word. You read it, didn't comment on it. Just because you were talking about what kind of RVD toys should be coming out next.
Yeah.
And you said, does anyone have questions? And I just said, will this be a one-of-a-kind toy?
Dude, why did I not? Okay, look, I take it all back. I take it all back.
And you went one-of-a-kind. And now next action figure.
That's brutal.
Yeah, that's the kind of awesome content you could expect to see. Oh, that actually is brutal. Look, apologies for that, but now we have a story to have a match with, okay?
Yeah, building feuds.
Yeah, look at that.
Could we see you on the table again?
On the table, like standing on the table?
Commentating.
Why'd you leave the keys up on the table?
Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? I don't know, Casey, do you see us commentating again? Hopefully we didn't mess it up. I mean, jury's still out, I think. Yeah.
Boss needs to double check that we didn't royally crap the bed.
Yep.
So,
for a lack of a better term, crap the bed.
Yeah, I want to keep the PG, you know.
You got it.
Representing the company, got to keep it PG.
Yeah, like that's a big thing. Like we're now representing kind of IPW, which is like it's a big thing on your shoulders, a huge weight on your shoulders. It can be a pressure, but I'm hoping like we get more opportunities for it because that was so fun and that was like such a blast. Like being around the whole day, even Joe, you would know, like even setting up and just seeing people like going around and stuff, like it was just like a really cool day and I'd love to have more of those.
But a lot of pride in the product, with everyone, and it's even the fans that are like, really committed like yourself. There's a big sense of pride with how everything is going so far and how it's growing. So it's like it's like a pressure in a way, but it's also like we're like happy to do it, because we've always been really eager to like push the company forward in any way possible, and I feel
especially like
we've got form now to try and help the company and help ourselves at the same time, sort of thing, so
yeah, like it is a pressure on your shoulders, but like I feel like without that anxiety, if you're going into something without that anxiety, something's wrong. Like you must be doing something wrong. People can get comfortable as well, and that's fine. If you want to get, you can get comfy in your surroundings, but I think to have that little bit of doubt in your mind before showtime is a good thing. Like that always happens because Casey was saying, we're musicians, we perform on stage, we do a lot of like show gigs, local gigs. And it feels sort of the same with that for me, at least. Like once you're out there, it sort of just clicks.
Yeah. And is there anything you do to prepare to commentate?
Other than just getting notes, it's sort of just making sure that your voice is semi warmed up the same way you would for a gig in a way.
Yeah. Do a little bit of and then people turn around. Yeah, people turn around, start beating you up because you're making a funny sound. Okay. Yeah.
I remember I did drama and we did the Addams Family.
Oh yeah.
And to get our voices warmed up, they put us in a circle and gave us all these rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd could actually hear us, and it sounded like a cult.
The crowd could hear you guys. That's actually hilarious.
They were hearing like 40 people saying, "My mum makes mini M&Ms in the Monday morning. Yum, yum."
Yeah, dude. That is a cult. If I'm hearing that, that's a cult, okay? They're warming up to try and initiate me into the cult. That's what I'm thinking if I'm in the seat.
And then the Addams Family music drops. The door slowly open and you see the Addams Family slowly walking in.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
In the background.
I'm surprised people just didn't start running for the door at that point. Just like, what did I buy? What do I get tickets to? Why am I here?
Yeah. So that's how we got so ready. However we got there. But yeah, how was the show? Did you guys enjoy it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I was like surprisingly calm when I went out, but like I feel like Nick was saying, like that anxiety sort of pushes you to do a bit more, and I feel like we probably had our best sort of commentary calls during that. Like you have a lot of the time when you're like practicing or something like that, you're like doing a lot of good calls in practice, and then you get to the night and then you're like stuck and you don't know what to say. But I feel like having three of us really helped for that as well. But yeah, I feel like we had probably our best night of commentary on the night where we had to be the best at commentary. So that's what I feel.
For Casey and us, because we were doing all those practice matches at training. So to actually do it in person, I don't know, is super vindicating. Like, and in front of a crowd, that was like just the telltale sign, like we might need to be doing this a little bit more.
So how would you introduce a champion?
How would Casey would like give you a little ring introduction sort of thing?
If we were an announcer type thing?
Yeah.
All right, let's go one each. Casey, would you like to start us? So I can.
You can start. I need to think.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, coming down the aisle, he is a legend of Aussie, and he's a legend of TV. He is Auzzielegends TV, the champion, Joe Tucker. No.
Representing the company, I see.
Yeah, exactly that. No, look, that was bad. I have to practice that. I'll rehearse it. It's fine. Casey, your turn.
Oh, good. All right. Hailing from Bundaberg, Queensland, weighing in at redacted. He is the greatest, the most legendary, the most Aussie, and the most TV IPW heavyweight champion of all time. It is Joe Tucker.
Everyone starts clapping.
Awesome. That did not help with my ego. In reality, I'm just sitting in a bar.
Yeah, look, that is the coolest bar, okay? I'm stealing it. That's it. Is that records? You have records on the wall? That's okay, that is sick. What the?
Put your records on.
Favorite song.
Yeah.
Do you wait? Do you drink all those beers up the? Is that what that is?
In June.
In June. Okay, cool. Yeah.
But yeah, those are like funny drinks with our faces on them.
Yo, you gotta sell those.
Like,
that's what.
I don't think I'm tall enough to grab. Yeah.
Oh, look, me neither. Okay, I'd probably not tall enough either. It's fine. I'm a short stuff.
Yeah,
I'm a short stack.
Me and my brother, and it's called touch the drink.
Wow. We'll save some for us next time, okay? Don't be so greedy.
I think it's like 3 years off.
Oh, even better. It's aged like wine. Bundaberg.
I don't think soft drinks can do that.
No. Yeah. Look, well, it's worth a try, I think.
If there's not another video, that's why. Yeah. Thanks for doing the interview. Do you want to promote anything?
Oof. I don't know. Just follow IPW. Keep your eye out, because we're gonna have some stuff coming out in the next few months. So we'll be a little more prominent. Mayhaps. So yeah, just follow all the socials. Follow him on YouTube and Instagram and stuff. Follow me on Instagram, because that's all I've got so far. KCRust_PW. Yeah, just follow us and stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Like, what? Why aren't you, dude?
If you're this far into the interview and you're like, oh, I'm not going to follow them, like, that's really weird. I'm going to be honest.
That's really weird, bro. No. I mean, you made it this far. I mean, we did something. We must have done something. Thank you. I mean, this is like the Iron Man, the true Iron Man that IPW needs. Okay, these long form 1 hour pods. You can find me at Nick Storm Review everywhere you can. I'm shilling once again this episode. This is what I'm the shill Billy, Nick Storm, okay? Yeah, code icon at Ringside Collectibles. Save yourself 10% off when you're getting your wrestling figures as well, okay? Big, big, big. And yeah, just, I think with that being said, I mean, just freaking follow. I don't know. Just do everything. Yeah. Why aren't you
as well? We haven't posted anything in a while, but we might at some point. Somerset band, spelt like the season. Anyway,
And you said code icon.
Yeah, code mother effing icon.
Always code icon.
Okay, yeah.
Code icon.
Code icon. Wait, what was it?
Code icon, I think it's called.
Dude, I must be breaking up. Sorry. Well, this good ear.
Code icon. Also, subscribe.
Oh, what was that last bit?
Subscribe to Aussie Legends.
All right, done.
Thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed the episode just like me. It was so much fun filming that episode with Nick Storm and Cassie Ross. You have to check them out. YouTube, Instagram, music. It's a must listen to. Will be down below. Yeah, hopefully we get to see them again back here and definitely back on that commentary table. And to quote what they said earlier, if you've gotten to this point of the video, like and subscribe and ding the bell. If you don't, what are you doing? And I got some big news, especially if you waited this till now. The next episode you will see me in, we will interview the Samoan partner show, Moko. And then we will interview Inmate 211. And then Zeke in Dino. Hope you guys enjoy.